Have I cracked eBay's traffic code? It looks like that, at least to me, and on my account. I kind of start to understand it better. Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Polish Pete, eBay reseller based in UK. I buy cheap ladies clothing in bulk and I sell them individually on eBay for profit. I'm also an unpaid carer for an elderly and disabled person who lives abroad, which means that I can source and photograph my stock only from time to time when I'm actually home. Today, I would like to talk about eBay traffic, as it looks to me that I've cracked the code and I know what it's all about, at least on my account, at least on my results, seeing my results, analyzing what I can see. Before we start, if you're interested in selling on eBay, please consider subscribing to the channel, and this is what I talk about week in, week out. So, what's all about the traffic on eBay? Well, guys, you need traffic to make a sale, basically, yeah? You need impression first, then, I've got something in my eye. You need impression first, then you need a view, and then that view can give you a sale. Simple. First thing to understand is the fact that impressions have not been created equal. There are good impressions, mediocre impressions, and there are also bad and very bad impressions that we don't really want. And to be fair, vast majority of impressions is bad. And we don't want those bad impressions because they bring more harm than good. And we have to know how to distinguish one from another, which one is good, which one is bad, because only then we can try to acquire more good impressions and get rid of bad impressions. Second thing is that if the only thing that you care about is sales and money in the bank, then fine, this video is not for you. I firmly believe that if you care about the algorithm, then algorithm will take care about you. So if you will give algorithm what it wants, then algorithm will give you what you want. Third thing to understand, and this is a common misconception, guys. Excuse me. This is a common misconception. eBay can't give you sales. It even can't give you views. This is beyond eBay's ability. eBay can't force me or anybody else, any buyer basically, to click into your listing and to buy the listing, that item from you. It's not eBay who buys, yeah? It's customers. But eBay, and to be precise, eBay's search algorithm is the one who sells your items, because it's eBay's search algorithm who decides about impressions, who makes decisions about impressions. Yeah? Algorithm decides how many and what kind of impressions you are going to get. And you can't get a view without impressions, and you can't get a sale without a view. Yeah? So, and on top of that, those impressions can't be empty, can't be hollow. Yeah? It has to be good impressions. Yeah? It has to be good. These have to be good impressions. Yeah? Impressions that bring views and sales. So you, as a reseller, you can only do what you can do. Source, photograph, make good title, good description, item specifics. So buyer knows straight away what she or he is watching, looking at. But algorithm is the one who is selling it, because it's the algorithm who decides where in search results your listing will be and if it will be there at all. So we've got basics out of our way. So let's talk about something else. At the moment, Kevin, Stoic Reseller, is running very interesting test or experiment regarding eBay traffic. So don't forget to check him out. You've got unique opportunity to understand eBay traffic, and I will tell you why. You've got Kevin's experiment, and I'm going to give you now some of my insights regarding the time from October last year until January, February this year. And during that time, I was using my poor man's method, and I've managed to turn the tables on my sales, and I've almost doubled my sales. And what I have done made me thinking about eBay traffic. And I've started to analyze that traffic, going back to June, July last year, looking for patterns, observing what has happened. What is the most interesting thing is me and Kevin, we run our shops completely opposite ways. The only thing in common is the fact that we are both selling clothing, nothing else. Yeah? Kev is in US, I'm on eBay UK. Kev is selective when he is sourcing, I source in bulk. Kev is trying to grow his shop, increasing daily listings. I keep my shop at 1500 items all the time. Kevin is not promoting. He will start to promote as a part of experiment, but he's not promoting at the moment. I am promoting, but I'm trying to shake off my promoted listing impressions by extending the time that I run my items without promoting them after I end and sell similar them. So as you can see, our approach is very different. In fact, we are doing basically on every single thing, we are doing opposite things. Now, if both of us, we will come up with the same or similar conclusions about eBay traffic, then we will know how actually this traffic works. Because if it works the same or very similar on two very different accounts, then it must be how it works. And this is, like I've said, this is absolutely unique opportunity to understand eBay's traffic better. So let's look at some numbers first. I'll put them on the screen, all next to each other, so we don't have to, like swapping pages, jumping from one page to another page. I just extracted those numbers and I will put them on the screen. And yeah, I will go through them and I will talk about them and I will tell you my observations. So in the like a middle column, you will see October numbers. In the this column, you will see January numbers. So why October and January? So I've started poor man's method on 28th of October. So this is kind of our base. Before 28th of October, I didn't do anything about it. Yeah. So October is kind of a month where nothing has happened. Then January, I have noticed massive differences. I could do February because I've got February numbers, but February was 2 days shorter than October. So that could skew results because 2 days is actually a lot if we're talking about 31-day month. While October and January both have 31 days, so they are both the same. And on top of that, October started on Sunday and January started on Monday. So almost dead on the nail. Yeah, so let's jump to my computer and let's see the numbers. So guys, these are my numbers. I've split them into two sections so we are not get overwhelmed. Yeah, so this column, the middle column here is, let me try to get a pointer here. Let me try to get a point. How can I get a pointer? Is that a pointer? Yeah, it is. Okay. So we can see it a bit better. Oops, sorry. So what we've got here and at the top, in the top section, three most important numbers. This is October 23. This is January 24. Impressions, 6.9 millions in October, 6.7 millions in January. Basically, same shit. No matter what I was trying to do, I was getting the same number of impressions. Let me double check my notes. So, since October, the lowest I have ever been was December, 5.1 million. 5.1 million, but remember there is a Christmas period in October, in December. For me, it's a very slow period. So 5.1 was the lowest, and actually that 6.9 was the highest. So comparing October to January, there is no difference in impressions. Views, 9.9 thousand to 18,000. That is absolutely shocking result. Absolutely surprise to me. Twice as many views from the same amount of traffic. The only way you can achieve that is by moving your items higher in search results. If you have the same amount of impressions and you are getting twice as many views, it means that your items are higher. Your items are in the top, not in the bottom. Sales, again, from 111 to 208. Again, basically twice as many. Twice as many. Why? Because I've got twice as many views. And if my conversion is roughly the same, then I've got twice as many sales. Sales value, £1,253 in October, £2,360 in January. Again, almost doubled. 2.5, 2,500 would be doubled. Average sale stayed roughly the same, 11.29 to 11.34. Sales from auctions, £11 in October, £11 in October, 323 in January. Sales from buy it nows, 1,242 in October, 2,036 in January. Repeat buyers, 1 in October, 10 in January. So as you can see here, that pushing my customers to my shop front gave me good result. Went up from 1 repeated buyer to 10 repeated buyers. So on this second screen, These on top are the same as they were in the previous screen, so we can have a look because these are most important numbers. Yeah, with the same traffic, doubled my views, doubled my sales. So click-through ratio from 0.1% to 0.2%. You can say, oh, it's the same number, 0.1%, 0.2%. Come on, it's not even 1%. Yeah, but still, I've trebled it. I've trebled it. So must be the case that I'm getting better impressions if people click on them 3 times more often. Sell-through ratio 1.1 to 1.2. Roughly the same, however, still improvement. So as soon as I get that view, then I get my sales, and that tells me that you can't really improve your views, your views. You get the view and you're gonna get a sale. From the same number of views, you're gonna get the same number of sales, if that makes sense. So the only way is to get more views, because the more views you get, the more sales you're gonna get. It's really hard to improve kind of your sell-through ratio. So when you got 1,000 views, it's hard to get, let's say you've got 1,000 views and 5 sales, it's really hard to get 10 sales from the same 1,000 views. Let's have a look here. Organic impressions from 1.15 million to 1.7 million. Very good improvement. Promoted impressions from 5.7 million down to 5 million, which means what? Which means that I literally swapped promoted impressions to my organic impressions, literally one-to-one, literally one-to-one. So eBay has taken 0.7 million impressions, promoted impressions from me, and gave me 0.6 organic impressions, 0.55. So almost one-to-one. Lose promoted, gain organic. Top 20 search results, 79,000 in October, 160,000 in January. Twice as many top 20 search results, twice as many, twice as many, twice as many. It can be done. It can be done. eBay can give you better placement. Rest of search from 433,000 up to 700,000. Again, super duper improvement. Absolutely smashing improvement. Again, eBay will reward you with better placement. Just do what they want. Sell. Sell, 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 sell. If you need to sell it cheaper, just sell it cheaper. Just get a sale, at least at the beginning of the process. Non-search impressions from 6.4 millions down to 5.8 millions. How that's important? If you add up what I've gained here, it will give you the difference, what I've lost here. Yeah, because what I have done from October till January is I have swapped bad impressions for good impressions. Swapped bad impressions for good impressions. This is what you need. If eBay will not give you more impressions, you have to trigger the algorithm to give you better impressions. And it can be done. These numbers show that it can be done. Now, organic views per day, guys. Organic views per day. Roughly 310 organic views per day in October. 580 organic views per day in January. We know that organic view is the best view you can get. Promoted view, you have to pay extra when you make a sale, and you need way much more promoted impressions to get one view than you need in organic. So, again, guys, I have almost doubled my organic views, and this is what gave me doubling my sales. That's what enabled me to double my sales. These are very, very interesting numbers. Let me tell you about my conclusions. So what is the conclusion? Number one, no matter what I do, no matter how I try, no matter what I try, with 1500 items in my shop, I get roughly the same number of impressions every month. Right about 6 million and some change. Number two, I was able to double my views, which almost doubled the number of sales and less than doubled value of sales. Number three, I've done it without growing my shop, but I've done it by doubling the number of top 20 search results and almost doubling the number of the rest of search results in terms of my impressions. Number four, that basically doubled my number of organic views per day. So roughly an average number of organic views per day, views, not impression, views per day. In October, it was 310. In January, it was 580. 310, 580. Yeah? So what can I say about the traffic, eBay's traffic, based on my experience in those last 4 months or so, and what I have seen on my account? Because obviously, we may try to extrapolate on other accounts, but every account is different. But in general, some things should be the same between accounts. If Kevin's results will confirm that, then we will know for sure. So, what can I say? If I want more impressions, I will have to grow the number of items in my shop. Because with 1500 impressions, all I get is 6 million and some change. If I want to promote my items, I can be sure that by gaining promoted listings impressions, I'm going to lose some organic impressions. And I dare to say I will gain nothing or almost nothing, because I will be replacing my organic impressions with promoted impressions, maybe getting a bit more of them. But as we know, 100% sure, organic impressions are way much better than promoted impressions. Organic impressions will always give you more views than the same number of promoted impressions. Even twice as many promoted impressions will not give you the same number of views. And on top of everything else, you have to pay extra. Yeah, if you make a sale, you have to pay extra. For me, this is a clear signal that I need to carry on winning myself off of promoted listings. To me, those numbers that I have shown you, that is a clear signal that at least on my account, promoted listing is a suicide. It gives me nothing and I pay extra. In terms of promoted listing views, if you promote less items, or like me, you extend the period of the time when my items are not being promoted after I end and sell similar them, I can still get the very similar number of promoted impressions. And then what's more important, very similar number of promoted views and promoted sales. It's like kind of, it doesn't matter for the algorithm how many items do you promote and for how long in a span of a month you keep them in your promoting campaign. It's just the fact that you are promoting them. And if you promote 1,000 or 500, it doesn't really matter. You will still get about the same number of impressions, views, and sales out of them, which is kind of mind-blowing to me. Because, like, if it doesn't matter if you promote or not, then why the hell promote good items that have a chance to sell without promoting? If you're gonna get the same number of impressions only spread out into more items, then there is no point. It's better to concentrate on those items that I can't sell, I have a problem to sell, and promote only them and get the same number of promoted impressions, promoted views, and promoted sales that I would get when I was promoting everything. It's very interesting. And I would also say that it doesn't really matter, your percentage of your fee doesn't really matter at all. But I would have to test it even more. But to me at the moment, it's just, it's like that promoted listing engine. It looks to me like it's super simple. It's just that simple. So it's like, for me, it's like, okay, this guy is getting X impressions a month, so we will give him Y promoted impressions a month. It's not like, doesn't matter how many items he promotes, doesn't matter how long he promotes for, doesn't matter what is the percentage of his fees. At this account, we are going to give him that many impressions. And that's it. Because no matter what I have done, those numbers didn't change. Next, if you can shake off your promoted impressions, eBay will replace them with organic ones. So your shop is getting so many impressions, and if you get rid of promoted ones, eBay will replace them with organic. Not one-to-one. It will be, you're gonna lose, say, 5 promoted, you're gonna get 1 organic or 2 organic. But even significantly less organic impressions will give you significantly more views, which should result with significantly more sales. Excuse me. But the most important thing is in this, you have to keep converting. Conversion is the key here. You have to convert, you have to make sales out of the traffic that eBay sends you. This is crucial. This is absolutely that crucial. You need to show the algorithm and keep showing to algorithm every day, every week, every month. You have to keep showing algorithm that you deserve the traffic. not in terms of quantity, because as we could see, I keep getting the same quantity of traffic, but in terms of quality. Same number of impressions, but way much more views. It's a better placement, higher in search results. Because if I get the same number of impressions and I get twice as many views, it must be because I'm going up in search results. It must be because of that. Nothing else matters. It must be because of that. Shaking off those promoted impressions should give you improvement on click-through ratio and sell-through ratio, which I believe is the key to better placement. Not necessarily certain level of those those ratios, but actually improving them. So if you are improving them, then eBay will give you better traffic. And you can get better click-through ratio and sell-through ratio without drastically changing the stock that you sell. It's still the same stock or a very similar stock that I sell. Yes, I have eliminated small sizes, but it's still the same cheap, shitty items. Long story short, guys, long story short, grow your shop to get more traffic, reduce promoted listings to get better traffic and better placement. Everything on condition that you are actually making sales and converting the traffic. You need to keep converting. This is the most important message from this video. You need to keep converting. For me, the way forward, maybe not tomorrow, but in reasonable future, is to grow my shop, even paying insertion fee, because I can't afford the jump to next level of subscription. So I will have to consider paying insertion fees. And second thing is reducing my promoted listings, hopefully down to zero. I may keep promoting items that are very old, like 2 years old. But the rest of them, I would love to get rid of promoted listings whatsoever. For me, at this point on my account, it is clear that number one, if I want more traffic, I need to expand. Number two, promoted listings is a non-starter. Non-starter. I can't see the point of using promoted listings at this moment looking at those numbers. Guys, just don't jump your head first and go and switch off your promoted listings 5 minutes after you watch this video. Yeah? It has to be a process, slowly, step by step. Don't trigger algorithm to suppress you. 90 days minimum. Remember, 90 days is something on eBay that, for whatever reason, is a thing. 90 days is a minimum to do any changes. I would say, in this case, even longer, twice as much. 6 months to be on a safe side and to wean yourself off promoted listings entirely and be on a safe side that eBay will not trigger algorithm to push you down. With that being said, I can't wait for Kevin's results and compare his conclusion to mine. Hopefully we're gonna have something here. We're gonna have similar conclusions, but I don't want to influence Kevin's conclusions. I want him to do it himself because, I don't want to skew his way of thinking. Because if we can have it independently and reach the same conclusion, then we know what is going on. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video interesting. If you have, please don't forget to click that like button. If you wish to support the channel further, please consider subscribing if you haven't done so yet. Have a great week. I'll see you next time. God bless you all and bye-bye.